lip gloss.
Oh my god. Oh.
Where am I supposed to look now? Here?
Feet dying?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I think it's, yeah, because this way you're like more posturific.
Posturific.
Yes.
Welcome to series where we make up words.
I love
the
the
Toy Story on.
I don't.
Okay.
Wow.
It's to stand.
This is the worst ever. It's the worst.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my best friend in the entire world, Lane, and she has come to visit me for the weekend. She lives about 4.5–5 hours away. And today we are teaming up for both of our channels. She has a fashion channel, and I'm going to link her in the description box below. But we're going to be doing a really fun video today where we go thrifting for each other. So like I said, she has a fashion channel, so I'm going to be going into the store and looking for an entire outfit for her. And she's going to be looking for a bunch of books for me. So that's what we're doing today. I'm really, really excited about it. So she's going to take my camera and go shopping with you guys. And I'm going to take hers and go shopping with her followers. And then at the end, we're going to meet up and show each other what we got. And I'm really excited about it.
I'm a little nervous, but really excited. We have very differing tastes, so...
Yeah. We have been friends for like over 25 years, but yeah, we have very different tastes, so...
We're going to do my best.
We'll see how it goes. So we'll let you guys know what we got after we come back. Bye.
Okay, so I'm in the book section. And I have full reign to buy whatever I want. So I know that Holly loves horror and suspense. I'm going to see if I can find something like that. But I'm a big historical fiction reader, so I'm going to try and push her a little bit out of her boundaries. I know she likes historical fiction too, but I'm going to try and find her a good mix of the both of us. So let's see. So many books to look through. I think I've already found one. But let me just dig. I think I'm going to try and get her about 4 or 5, so we'll see. So I'm kind of doing this like I shop for clothes at the thrift store. I'm just pulling everything that looks interesting, and then I'm going to filter through later. Finding some really good stuff. As I'm filming this, I'm like grabbing stuff and pulling it down into my pile on the floor, but finding some good stuff. I hope she likes it. I hope I'm not buying anything she already has. I tried to take a peek yesterday at her bookshelves, just to kind of try to remember what she has so I don't buy any duplicates, but we'll see. Hopefully there's nothing too duplicated in there. Yeah, sorry, distracted. Hey guys, I'm sitting on the floor of the thrift store. I want to show you what I bought her. So I've actually found a couple of copies of some books that I wanted to read, and I think that she would like. The first one is The 13th Tale. I have read this on audiobook and I loved it. I think she'll like it. I found a copy for myself to take home and one for her. Another book that I've read that I think she'll like, it's a little outside of her comfort zone maybe, is The Birth House by Amy McKay. I love everything that this woman has written, so recommendation. I picked up Anne Rice, Servant of the Bones. I know she loves Anne Rice. I don't know if she owns this one, but I picked up The Poe Shadow by Matthew Pearl. It's the story of Poe and investigating his death. I know Holly loves Poe, so I thought it was something interesting. I picked up Telltales by Anne Rice. Again, Anne Rice, she loves everything. I picked up The Witch's Daughter by Paula Braxton. Supernatural witches, kind of right up her alley. It is something that I've looked at reading before, I just haven't, but the last two that I have, I got in duplicate as well. Drowning Ruth and the story of Edgar Sawtelle. So let's see. Alrighty, so Holly's already back in the car. So let's go and take my package of good stuff to her and she'll get to open it at home. It's so much fun. I really hope she likes what I got her.
Hey guys, so we are back from our shopping trip and it's late.
Very late.
It is
like 11.
Yeah, almost 11 o'clock at night, and we have been shopping all the live long day. We have not stopped. It was ridiculous.
Things got out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been together in a little while.
Yeah. It was bad. Like, I have an SUV and our whole back was filled. Like,
so much stuff.
Not good. But you found me some books.
I did. I found you lots of books. I found myself lots of books too, but you know. Yeah, I found some good stuff. I hope she likes them all. When we came home, I came and I did a scan of the books and I was like, I don't see anything. I don't think I have any duplicates in her collection.
So funny. That actually would be amazing if you didn't get any duplicates, because I have a lot of books.
I know, but I really don't think I do. We'll see.
Okay.
So interestingly enough, as I was pulling books off the shelf, I found some and I was reading the back and I was like, ooh, this sounds like a really good book. Like, I feel like I would like this. And I also feel like Holly would like this. And I was like, well, you know, like, this is about her. And so I'd put it in the thing and I'd be scanning and I'd find the exact same book. And I was like, ooh, duplicates. So I have my stack and then I have her stack. So maybe some compare and contrast in the future.
Perfect.
Who knows? Okay.
Some buddy reads?
Some buddy reads. So I'll start pulling stuff out and
I was so
explain why I picked them up.
I feel like this is like Christmas.
It is like Christmas. So I got her 9 books and I got me 6. So we'll start.
This is now a Lane book haul.
So I started with Anne Rice.
Oh, I have that. But I will tell you that I have not a nice copy of it.
Okay.
So this can replace the copy that I have.
There you go. So the reason I picked it up was because it's Anne Rice, and I know you love Anne Rice.
So this is the 3rd book, my favorite horror novel.
Yes.
The Witching Hour. This is the 3rd book in that series.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I do have like not as nice of a copy of it.
There you go.
Awesome. Yay.
So along that theme, this maybe is just going to be like terrible, but I also picked up another Anne Rice book.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Servant of the Bones.
Ooh.
The cover is like ratched, but
okay.
Who cares about the cover? Yeah. So again, Anne Rice, I figured it was a surefire bet that I should just pick it up and that you'd be okay with it.
I've never heard of this one before. I wonder what this one is. It? Oh, A Ghost Demon Angel. Interesting. And it's in the start of a new series.
Oh, good. I know how much you love this series.
Actually, I'm starting to like them now. I don't know.
I figure since it's, you know.
So I've been reading them more.
Well, yeah. And I mean, like, it's an author that you know you like.
Yep.
And you know, like, the writing style. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. The next one I picked up is a book that I have read. And you guys would know this because I said this in the store. It's a book that I really liked. I actually like everything by this author. I speak English. Everything by this author, but not in a thriller or horror
I'm just
genre.
like trying to see so bad. I'm like, what is it?
So I picked up The Birth House by Amy McKay.
Okay. Never read anything by her.
Okay. So always historical fiction. I think she's Canadian.
Okay.
Because her books are
cool.
usually set in Canada. I really liked it. It's about a young girl who's like a midwife. And that kind of medical era, like when doctors were prescribing like weird things for, you know, medicine was trying to take over from like homeopathic medicine kind of thing. Anyways, it was really good. Like I said, I like everything by this author. So I was like, it's a little bit of me.
Yeah.
So
cool.
That's a read.
I like historical fiction.
So. I know you do.
Cool.
Okay, so a couple more. So this one sounded kind of interesting. At first I picked it up because I was like, oh, it looks like something I would like. And I started reading the back and I was like, maybe. So it's called A Great and Terrible Beauty.
Elizabeth Bray. I've heard good things about her.
Okay, so this one says, Gemma Doyle isn't like other girls. Girls with impeccable manners who speak when spoken to, who remember their station, and who will lie back and think of England when it's required of them. No, 16-year-old Gemma is an island unto herself, sent to the Spence Academy in London after tragedy strikes her family in India. Lonely, guilt-ridden, and prone to visions of the future that have an uncomfortable habit of coming true, Gemma finds a chilly reception, but she's not completely alone. She's been followed by a mysterious young man who warns her to close her mind against the visions. For it's at the Spence that Gemma's powers to attract the supernatural unfolds. There she becomes entangled with the school's most powerful girls and discovers her mother's connection to a shadowy group called the Order. It's there that her destiny waits, if only she can believe in it.
That sounds awesome.
Right? So I was totally like, it was like a me.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got into supernatural. And I was like, oh, maybe it's something that I can get to Molly's. So,
yeah, that sounds awesome. That's right up my alley.
Good.
Perfect.
So the next one I picked up was something that I've actually looked at reading before. So it's again a little piece of me.
Okay.
And it is The Witch's Daughter by Paula Braxton. So it's about a true witch. So in the spring of 1628, the witchfinder of Wessex finds himself a true witch. As Beth Hawksmith watches her mother swing from the hanging tree, she knows that only one man can save her from the same fate, the warlock Gideon Masters. Secluded at his cottage, Gideon instructs Bess, awakening formidable powers she didn't know she had. She couldn't have foreseen that even now, centuries later, he'd be hunting her across time, determined to claim payment for saving her life. In present-day England, Elizabeth has built a quiet life. She has spent the centuries in solitude, surviving plagues, wars, and the heartbreak that comes with immortality. Her loneliness comes to an abrupt end when she is befriended by a teenage girl called Tegan. Against her better judgment, Elizabeth opens her heart to Tegan, a cat.
Willow's trying to climb in the bag of books.
But will she be able to stand against Gideon, who will stop at nothing to reclaim her soul in order to protect the girl who has become the daughter she never had?
Interesting. So there's like some time travel. Yeah, that seems awesome.
I like the cover because it has these shoes on it.
Yeah. No, that sounds really good. And you know, I'm obsessed with the Salem Witch Trials.
I know you are.
Yeah, I always have been. So awesome.
Okay. So the next one I picked up is the Poe Shadow.
Ooh.
I know you love Poe.
Oh, I love this cover.
Right?
It's so pretty.
Matthew Pearl.
I do love Poe.
So essentially, and this one's a long synopsis, so I'm not going to read it, but essentially, Poe has died, and a Baltimore lawyer who has admired Poe his whole life starts to question how Poe died. And it says he discovers that the writer's last days are riddled with unanswered questions the police are ignoring. And just when Poe's death seems destined to remain a mystery, inspiration strikes Quentin, the lawyer, in the form of Poe's own stories. And he resolves that he must find the one person who can solve the strange case of Poe's death.
Interesting. So, I don't know if you've watched this video of mine, but the Bestie book talks that Georgia and I did for The Lighthouse at the End of the World.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
I mean, it was disappointing.
Yeah, it was very, but this kind of seems like that, but maybe going to be better.
Here's hoping, because
Yeah.
when I picked it up, I was like, oh, I know she loves Poe.
Yes.
Who doesn't love Poe?
And I'm obsessed with that week that he went missing before he died. Like, I'm obsessed with that. Like, what the happened?
Right.
You know?
So, I know that you read that, and I know that
Yeah.
it wasn't good for you, so I was like, maybe this is redemption?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Here's hoping. So the next 3 books I also got for myself. And I'm saving the one that I'm most excited about for last because, well, I'll tell you about it when we get there, but I am. So, Drowning Ruth by Christina Schwartz. So
It's an Oprah's book club.
It's an Oprah's book club.
You know it's going to be good. Oh. That's so awesome. We can do buddy reads.
So, winter 1919, Amanda Starkley spends her day nursing soldiers wounded in the Great War. Finding herself suddenly overwhelmed, she flees Milwaukee and returns to her family's farm on Negawaki Lake, seeking comfort with her younger sister, Mathilda, and 3-year-old niece, Ruth. But very soon, Amanda comes to see that her old home is no refuge. She has carried her troubles with her. On one terrible night, almost a year later, Amanda loses nearly everything that is dearest to her when her sister mysteriously disappears and is later found drowned beneath the ice that covers the lake. When Mathilda's husband comes home from the war, wounded and troubled himself, he finds that Amanda has taken charge of Ruth and the farm, assuming her responsibility with a frightening intensity. Wry and guarded, Amanda tells the story of her family in careful doses, as anxious to hide from herself as from the secrets of her own past and of that night.
Wow.
So, on the back of my copy, one of the reviews says it's a gripping psychological thriller. And then like recounts
it
the
sounds
synopsis.
good.
So I personally love books around that 19...
Yeah, I do too.
Like the Great First World War. So that's why I picked it up. And I was like, oh, and then again, I see.
Yeah.
You know.
I always think that I'd like to write something set in that time period, but I just don't think I could do it justice. But yeah, I love that as well. That time period.
So
awesome. Cool.
Both copies. Cha-ching.
Awesome.
So 2 more books. The next one, The Story of Edgar Sawtelle.
I love how these books could all, like, they all match with each other. I just want to point out.
I coordinate things.
Okay,
I have
an
eye for... Okay, you do. Sorry. The Story of Edgar Sawtelle by David Robleski.
Wow, that's a moniker.
You don't try because you suck at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right. So, born mute, speaking only in sign, Edgar Sawtelle leads an idyllic life with his parents on their farm in remote northern Wisconsin. For generations, the Sawtelles have raised and trained a fictional breed of dog.
What?
Whose thoughtful companionship is epitomized by Almondine, Edgar's lifelong friend and ally. Fictional? It is fictional. Okay. But with the unexpected return of Claude, Edgar's paternal uncle, turmoil consumes the Sawtelles' once peaceful home. When Edgar's father dies suddenly, Claude insinuates himself into the life of the farm and into Edgar's mother's affections.
Scandal.
Grief-stricken and bewildered, Edgar tries to prove Claude played a role in his father's death, but his plan backfires spectacularly. Forced to flee into the vast wilderness lying beyond the farm, Edgar comes of age in the wild, fighting for his survival and that of his 3 yearling dogs who follow him. But his need to face his father's murderer and the devotion to the Sawtelle's dogs turn Edgar ever homeward. David Robleski is a master storyteller, and his breathtaking scenes, the elemental North Woods, the sweep of seasons, an iconic American barn, a fateful vision rendered into the falling rain, create a riveting family saga, a brilliant exploration of the limits of language, and a compulsively readable modern classic.
Interesting.
So,
I'm interested in those fictional dogs.
Right? How do you have fictional dogs?
Yeah.
Anyways, got 2 copies. And again, there's some of the recommendations on the back. Stephen King. Right? So that's why I was like, because at first I was like, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
But then you have to kind of trust Stephen King. He says, I flat out love the story of Edgar Sawtelle. I closed the book with that regret readers feel only after experiencing the best stories. It's over, you think, and I won't read another one this good for a long, long time. This is a novel about the human heart and the mysteries that live there, understood but impossible to articulate. Wonderful, mysterious, long and satisfying. Readers who pick up this novel are going to enter a richer world. I envy them the trip. I don't reread many books because life is too short. I will be rereading this one.
Can you imagine having Stephen King endorse your novel like that?
Right? And to say
dead, I'd be on the floor.
And to say
dead.
I don't reread books, but I will reread this one.
Yeah.
That to me was enough to be like, huh. And the fact that I found 2.
Meant to be.
Meant to be. So, check.
Awesome.
The last one is one I'm very excited about, mostly for selfish reasons. I had borrowed this audiobook from my library. Just happened to be scrolling through and I was like, yeah, whatever, we'll give it a shot. And I loved this book. Loved it. Could not put it down. Air quotes, because
you couldn't stop listening to it.
Spun her my way. I loved it. And I actually said to my roommate 2 weeks ago, we were talking about like all the audiobooks that you listen to that you don't have a paper copy, so you can't go back and visit them. I don't know if you visit your books.
Yeah.
Where you just like go through and you're like, I miss you.
Yes, I do.
Like I can't revisit this book. And I said to her, like, I really want to find this book and buy it.
Yeah.
And there I was scanning and I was like, oh my God, it's my book. Oh my God, I love this book. And I said, I'm going to buy it for myself, but I'm going to give it to you to read with the strict instructions that has to come back to me. And then I found another one.
Oh my god.
So, the 13th
I wanted
tale.
to read this.
Oh my god, it's so good.
You know what? I think that I had downloaded it and I was going to read it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I was going to listen to it on audiobook as well, and then I ended up not listening to it. Cool.
It is so good. I loved this book.
Awesome.
I loved this book. So I'm going to be rereading it because it was so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited you're going to read it.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yes.
Oh, okay, we should probably tell them what it's about.
Oh, just read it yourself. Just take my word for it. You don't trust me?
Done.
Check.
Well, you guys, those are the books that Lane ended up finding for me at our little thrifting adventure. And if you want to go on over to her channel, I found some clothes for her. She has a fashion channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked out some clothes for her. So, and I actually did pretty good.
She did. She did pretty good.
So head on over there and check that out. Go show her some love, subscribe, and hit that like button. And thanks so much for hanging out with us. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.